Welcome, everyone. Ready to dive into the world of salt.
I know, salt. Sounds basic, right?
Yeah, but when you think about it, it's in everything.
It really is.
So we use it every day, but maybe don't really think about it.
Exactly. I mean, everyone knows table salt, right?
Right, just your plain old sodium chloride.
That's the one. But the world of edible salts is so much bigger.
So much more to it, yeah.
And that's what we're diving into today.
Okay, so table salt, we got that. What about all these other salts? Like I've heard of artisanal salts.
Right, artisanal salts.
Is it just like a fancy way to say expensive salt?
Well, it can be pricey, but there's more to it. It's all about the process, how they're made.
Okay, so like small batch.
Yeah, it's about the craftsmanship, the tradition. Like, instead of mass-produced, think handmade.
So you're comparing it to like a sourdough bread.
Exactly. Same ingredients, but the care, the technique, makes it special.
I see. So there's more to it than meets the eye. You also mentioned origins matter.
Hugely. Where the salt comes from affects the taste, just like wine.
Oh, so like terroir.
Exactly that. The soil, climate, the water, all of it goes into the salt's character.
Wow. Okay. You mentioned something earlier, geographically protected salts. What are those?
Think of it like champagne, only from specific regions.
Oh, because of the unique conditions.
Yeah, and the traditional methods they use there. So they get special designation, like champagne.
Like a stamp of authenticity.
That's it. And that brings us to some of the amazing salts out there. This list is incredible.
Dinosaur egg salt? What? Black lava salt. I'm intrigued.
See, the names alone tell you there's a whole world to discover.
So where do we even begin? Let's start with this Essen Thai book. Dinosaur egg salt, you said.
From the Philippines. Imagine soaking coconut husks in seawater, burning them, then boiling that brine in clay pots.
Whoa, that's intense.
It's labor-intensive but creates these hard lumps like eggs. Really unique.
Okay, that's Essen Thai book. What about Korean bamboo salt? Another interesting name.
This one, they roast it multiple times inside bamboo. Absorbs minerals from the bamboo itself.
So it gets a smoky flavor.
Yeah, and there's a whole thing about the minerals changing, potential health benefits and all.
Fascinating, but before we go too far down the rabbit hole of exotic salts, let's take a step back. Why is salt essential for us? For our bodies, I mean. We all know it's important, but why?
Right, good point. Beyond taste, salt is crucial for our bodies to function.
Keeps us going.
Exactly, like fluid balance and nerve function. Sodium, it's an electrolyte.
Okay, electrolytes. Important stuff.
Helps transmit nerve impulses, keeps everything running smoothly.
Like those sports drinks. Replenish after a workout.
You got it. But of course, too much salt is bad. We know that. It's about balance.
Right. A little bit good, too much bad. Like most things in life, I guess.
Exactly. And salt, it's not just a necessity. It's got this whole cultural, historical side, too.
Speaking of history, I was hoping we'd get to that. Salt's been around forever, right?
As old as civilization, you could say. And it's got stories to tell. It's fascinating, really. Salt, it's been so valuable throughout history.
More than just a seasoning.
Oh, yeah. Like prized commodity, caused conflicts, wars even. Symbol of purity in some cultures, too.
Wars over salt. Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Think about it. Before refrigerators, how'd you preserve food?
Salt, right.
Exactly. Essential for survival, especially long journeys or when food was scarce. So controlling salt, it meant power.
That makes sense. So taxes, monopolies, all that.
You got it. And people rebelled. Like, ever heard of the salt march?
Rings a bell, but refresh my memory.
Gandhi, India, 1930. Protest against the British salt tax. They marched to the sea, made their own salt.
That statement, huh?
Huge. Civil disobedience turning point in India's independence movement. All because of salt.
Wow, that's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, back to our list of edible salts. We talked about a couple. What else is there?
Let's see. Persian blue salt. This one's mined in Iran. Beautiful blue color. Almost unreal.
Blue salt, like naturally blue.
Well, that's the thing. It's not pigment. It's an optical illusion, the way the crystals are structured, how they reflect light.
No way. So it's not actually blue, it just looks that way.
Exactly. Nature's playing tricks on us. Speaking of colors, how about black lava salt?
That one definitely caught my eye. Volcanic, I'm guessing?
Hawaii, yeah. Gets its black color from activated charcoal, gives it a little earthy flavor too.
Wow. So we've got blue salt that's not blue, black salt from volcanoes, dinosaur eggs. Incredible.
And we're just scratching the surface.
I bet they all taste different too, right? It's not just about how they look.
Absolutely. Like Alea salt from Hawaii, reddish color, comes from the volcanic clay. Kind of an earthy flavor, goes great with traditional Hawaiian food.
Okay, so we've got delicate flakes, Colorful crystals, those hard-to-make ones? And what about geographically protected salts? You compared them to champagne earlier.
Right. Some of the best known are like fleur de sel.
Fancy?
It is.
Yeah.
They harvest it from the top layer of salt ponds, specific regions in France.
It's all about the location.
And the traditional methods. Hand-harvested, delicate, briny flavor. Chefs love it.
So, like the really expensive stuff, sprinkle a tiny bit on at the end.
Yeah, finishing salt. Adds that extra touch. We've talked sea salt, but what about rock salt?
Oh yeah, good point. Is that literally salt from rocks?
Pretty much. Its mine comes from these ancient underground deposits like fossilized sea salt.
Millions of years old.
Yep. And because it's been underground, it's usually very pure.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, what about flavored salts? Those sound fun.
Now we're talking creativity, infused with all sorts of flavors, herbs, spices, smoked woods, even truffles.
Truffle salt, that's got to be expensive.
It is a bit luxurious, yeah. Earthy, umami, you know.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
So what else is there? Besides truffle, I mean.
Oh, tons. Smoked salts are popular.
Yeah.
Garlic, chili, you name it. They've probably got a salt for it.
Sounds like a whole new world of possibilities in the kitchen. So with all these fancy salts, how do you even use them?
It depends on the flavor, right? You want it to complement the dish, like smoked salt, great on grilled stuff, garlic salt, good for roasted potatoes, things like that.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, we talked about salt being essential, but some of these, like that Korean one, they're marketed as extra healthy.
Right. There's this
Right.
whole thing about certain salts being better for you, more minerals or whatever. Like Himalayan pink salt, it's got that pretty pink color.
From iron, right. I've heard it's supposed to be healthier.
That's what they say. But honestly, a lot of it is marketing. Like, sure, it has trace minerals, but not enough to make a real difference.
So it's more about the taste and the looks than actual health benefits.
Pretty much. Don't get me wrong, I love trying different salts, the flavors, the textures. It's fun. But you got to be realistic.
Right. Don't fall for all the hype. Enjoy the variety, but know that at the end of the day, it's all salt.
And moderation is key, no matter what kind you're using.
Exactly. We need salt, but too much can be a problem. It's all about balance.
Yeah, too much of a good thing, right? Your heart, your blood pressure, it all takes a hit.
So how much is too much? Like, is there a safe amount?
Well, most health organizations say less than 2,000 milligrams of sodium a day.
Milligrams. Okay. How much salt is that? Like in real terms?
About 5 grams of salt, roughly a teaspoon.
A teaspoon. Seems manageable, but I have a feeling most people eat way more than that.
You're probably right. Sadly, in lots of places, people eat double or even triple the recommended amount.
Oh, that's a lot. Where's all that extra salt coming from? I don't think I'm oversalting my food.
It's sneaky. It's the processed foods. They're loaded with sodium, helps preserve them and make them taste better, you know.
'Cause even if something doesn't taste super salty.
Could still have tons of sodium hiding in there.
So reading labels is important.
Absolutely. And cooking at home more, using fresh ingredients. That way you control how much salt goes in.
Makes sense. It's not about cutting out salt completely, right? It's just
Yeah.
about being aware.
Exactly.
Mm.
Enjoy salt. It makes food delicious. But know what you're eating. Make smart choices.
So it's been a journey, hasn't it? Salt, who knew it was so complex?
Right. From a tiny crystal to wars and ancient traditions and health and taste. It's all connected.
I never thought I'd find salt so fascinating. It's like essential for life, but also something we need to watch out for.
Exactly. It's powerful stuff. And we've only just scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore. Different types, different uses, different cultures. It just goes to show sometimes the most ordinary things have the most extraordinary stories.
I love that. So to everyone listening, next time you reach for the salt shaker, take a moment, think about where it came from, how it got there. Maybe try a new kind. Explore those flavors, that history. Who knows, you might be surprised by what you discover.
And remember, it's all about balance, right? Enjoy your salt, but don't overdo it.
Words to live by. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of salt. It's been salty, it's been insightful, and it's definitely given us all something to chew on. Until next time.